Good morning. My happy are back. Here's the plan. Sounds like it's going to be quite a lot more of the same today. Ceilings will be the main focus once again, particularly upstairs. They are planning to pour the concrete floor in the pump room. Apart from that, within the build, there may not be anything new. So we're going to create something new. But I'll also have a quick look in the garden, which isn't really a garden yet. You'll see what I mean. Stick around. What could possibly go wrong? According to the engineer, this will get poured today. Jeff and Singing Marvin have already been scavenging around the site, looking for more gravel, and they found some. They found bags of it. Some of it, most of it, I think, wasn't really scavenging, it was just in a big pile over here. But they had been digging around in other areas, and there's a little bit of soil mixed in with that, but that's perfectly okay. So we'll see how they get on with that floor today. So far this morning, nobody on pool cleaning duty, but looking around, it seems like there's a very good reason for that. I think they've cleaned it. I think they're done. At least for that stage. Yes, we've got to come back with the muriatic acid, but I think with the just hand washing with water, I think they're done. There was a question in the comments, and I can't remember the name, my apologies, I'll stick it up there as a text, about shade. We have actually talked about this before, but for anybody that's new, we are going to try and stick with just a couple of trees in these holes, one here and one on the other side, and we're going to see whether that provides us with sufficient shade. It may be that at a later point we find that's not enough, and we might have to consider some other form of cover, temporary or otherwise, that we stick in here. Singing Marvin is carrying rebar, I assume, as a grid for the floor of that pump room. We have activity downstairs. I think under all that headgear, I think that's Ariel, is drilling out a channel, basically to allow us to put a floor outlet in the middle of the room, just in case we end up with a coffee table or something here and we want to have the ability to put power onto a laptop or something similar. The master bedroom ceiling. Marie guys working on this. We've got Erwin, who's now got his name on the back of his shirt. Jeremy, and round the corner here, Ronell, four, and Quiet Marvin. So, I suspect with 4 people at work, a lot more of this will get done today. Here, Ronell is just adding more of the furrings, basically connecting the plywood beams and giving support to that. In the very dark walk-in closet for the bedroom at the back of the house, not quite finished with this framework, and nobody working in here right now, and nothing yet in the bathroom. The bedroom at the front, we have a woodworking session going on with New Richard O'Donnell and Original Rico, putting together all sorts of metal framework here. Bedroom at the front on the north side, all done with the frame here, but as in most places, nothing done with the bathroom. Not yet. The same story for the bedroom at the back of the house on the north side, the one with the larger balcony. Frame here, I think finished. Nothing yet in the bathroom. At the risk of repetition, same here. Bedroom at the back of the house in the middle. Ceiling frame for the bedroom done. Ceiling frame inside the walk-in closet done. Nothing on the bathroom. Bedroom at the front of the house. In the middle, same again. I think this is all done, I think. And then the walk-in closet done, nothing in the bathroom. Apparently the bathrooms will not get done until they have the tiles. Not sure why. The upstairs hallway, I think that's what most of that woodworking class is for. Oh, it's coming out now. So yeah, this will get a lot more woodwork added today. Last night I was puzzling about the number of aircon ducts coming out of this wall. I said there are 7, and I thought there should be 10. And I did ponder on whether they were doubled up somehow. They're not. There are 3 more to come, but not yet punched through. That will wait. While we're on the subject of aircon, the next steps are that the aircon crew will come back once the inside of the house has the primer coat. They will come back and they'll actually fit the inside units, and that will be step 3. Then they will wait until the outside of the house, along this wall and along the other wall where the other 3 conduits emerge, where the other 3 condensers will be. They will wait until those walls have been fully decorated with whatever we're going to decorate them with. And then they'll come back and put the condenser units on. Their job will be done. So I don't know when that will be. We might still be quite some way off of that. But that is what their process will be. I have been wondering what they're going to do with the underside of this canopy. And they're going to do 2 things. The first will be they will use Hardiflex, which I'm going to go and have to look up. But it's an exterior material. Fundamentally, I think it just gives strength. And then, I believe, we're going to use the same soffits as they've used around all of the roof. I think that'll be a good match. The garden that's not yet a garden. We have a plan. We're going to clear this area, including dragging away that big old tree stump and any others that are in this area, pretty much from where that small building is, coming out to roughly in line with the outside edge of the small house over there, the gym that is a house, and then coming down along here all the way up to where that shed and compost is. We're going to clear it all. We're then, I think, going to try and get some more soil to elevate it just a little bit, because over time it will all compact, and on top of it we're going to be putting concrete hollow block raised beds, and for at least part of it we're going to put some kind of structure that will allow us to put shade cloth over it to try and keep some of the direct sun off of this area, because it is just too hot here to grow quite a lot of things. We're going to get some of that soil, keep your dizzy pills close, from the pond. That's going to get dug out a bit deeper, so whatever they dig out we'll use. Yesterday my brother-in-law, Koi Dong, came up with this. There were about maybe a dozen, 15 sacks, and inside is an absolutely magical mixture. It is chicken poop, but it's chicken poop that also contains a lot of rice hulls. Whether that's been through the chicken's digestive system or not, I guess it has. But that's brilliant for compost. The chicken poop itself will break down and provide marvellous nutrition to compost. The rice hulls will effectively act as a mechanism to allow more air around the soil. It acts like perlite or vermiculite. So it does that job of creating a little bit of airspace within the compost, within ultimately the soil. So yesterday I did put a little bit on top of that original pile of compost, and I put a little bit on top of the new pile of compost. So this morning I'm just going to dump the rest of it in the middle bay, just for now. I'm going to dig in the poop into this pile of compost. It's already pretty hot, so I've got to get on with it. It's just after lunch and we're back composting. Just to prove that I am only 97.4% lazy, I did dig in some of the chicken poop into this pile of the more mature material, and that probably means I might have delayed its availability, because I don't think you should put relatively fresh poop of any description into a garden. I think chicken poop might be quite a bit quicker to break down than cows, for example, but it may mean that I've got to put this back a bit. And we do have a little bit, whoops, of heat. Not a lot. What's that? A little bit over 80 degrees, 85 maybe. And then the balance, which I have to say, when it's kind of on its own, uncovered, not in bags, it does have a little bit of an odour. The rest of it's here. So, it's my hour's worth, no less than that, 45 minutes worth of effort this morning. Here in the pump room, hopefully with proper sound this time. If that last clip of compost sounded a bit wonky on the sound, it was. Apologies for that. But here we have our rebar grid, and we have, what's that, 40% of quite a thick base already done. Good job, guys. Apparently coffee tastes good. It's one of Marvin's things, he keeps telling me. Manyaman cafe. Along with Ugtu Mayap. That's not what you tell me. You tell me Ugtu Mayap. I got to be quick. I've had to ask the guys to switch off the music again. That little test yesterday, if there's Tagalog music playing, no problem. Any English songs and I get a copyright hit. Here, at the pool, nothing going on. But we have a new competition in a desperate and obvious attempt to get more comments. When's it going to be finished? I think it was Anton Hemming suggested this competition. It's kind of basic, but I think it's got less moving parts than others, and so there's a better chance of having a realistic guess at this. 2 or was it 3 days ago, the builder said the tiles would be coming within a week. He then said once those tiles arrive, the pool crew will finish in 3 weeks. Well, that's what I said. He said. He actually said 2 to 3 weeks. But I edited out the 2 because I just thought, that's crazy, they can't do it that fast.
Maybe they can though. The pool being finished, the definition I'm going to use, and not everyone's going to like it, but it's my competition. The pool being finished will be, all those tiles have been cleaned again, all the base tiles are in, the handrails are on the bridge, the waterfall is working, the pool is full of clean water that is being filtered and circulated. It does not include lighting, because there's a little bit of confusion about when that's going to come, and it does not include the trees that we're going to use for shade. But basically it'll be a functional swimming pool. So in the comments, what build day will that be? Today is build day 187. Please in the comments just give a number like 200 or build day 200. Please don't say it'll be 7 more days or it'll be May the 4th. When I've got to think about it, too much for my poor head. And if you say a certain number of days, I don't know whether that's going to mean build days or not build days, and I'll have to come back and clarify. So just simply a build day number is your only required entry, or you can say build day number. The prize, I've got a bit of an idea, but it sort of depends on whether I can get a similar prize sorted out for the roof build competition. I'm working on it. This is going to be a relatively, I think, a relatively short competition, and that might mean that we have more than one winner. Hopefully, no problem, we can come up with more than one prize. So, what's your build day number? Stick it in the comments. Now, one final thing, again, a desperate plea for help. You've got this far. Thank you very much and congratulations. Help me out here. Don't switch off between now and the end of the video. By all means, just stick it on silent and let it run away somewhere by itself. But if you wouldn't mind, just run the video from now until right at the very end, because it helps get the average viewer time up, and I think that seems to be something that the YouTube algorithm looks at in terms of then revealing this channel to more people. So just stick it on the background, take the sound off. You don't have to listen to me droning on for another few minutes. But if you don't mind, just let it run right to the very, very end. Thank you kindly. Finally, for this little session, I'm not going to do a walk around and look at the ceilings. I think the visible differences between now and the end of the day will probably be relatively small. I might be doing them an injustice, but I don't think they'll be massive. So we'll go and check out the ceilings and everything else that's been going on inside at the end of today. It's very nearly 4 o'clock. About 10 minutes ago, this started. I guess given that they're pretty much all working inside, it may not affect what they're doing. We'll have to wait and see. But this came pretty much out of nowhere. The bell has just gone. The rain stopped just as fast as it started, off on the way here. These guys have still got a couple of minutes of work to do. They are very, very nearly finished with this floor. They're right up to the entrance. And these last few spadefuls, and then Marvin will get in there and smooth it out, and it will be done. Up here in the master bedroom, if they're not done, they are very, very close. I actually think they're not quite done, because there were still a couple of them in here when I came upstairs, and I think they were just tweaking a few bits more here and there. Along this hallway is where a lot of that woodwork went this morning. So they have this slightly higher section of ceiling running all the way down. And they have now got a platform they can work on to deal with the ceiling in this double height area. I've just done a quick wander around all of the bedrooms, and as far as I can tell, all of the bedroom ceiling frames and all of the master closets, the walk-in closets, I think all of those ceiling frames are now done, or if they're not done, they are very, very close to finishing. Looks like might be some more soffits tonight. Jeremy's manoeuvring soffit material upstairs. A few of the guys look like they are sticking around again. I think this framework was what they were missing yesterday, this metal aluminium aluminum. So I think they can now continue putting those soffits in place. So that's the regular day done. A little bit of overtime, it looks like, on soffits. Really good day with upstairs ceiling frames getting very, very close to being completed. The hallway may be the last major area just in that double height section. So lots done there. The floor for the pump room, done. Not a lot else going on around the house. I didn't see what the electrical guys were getting up to today. But the main focus was ceilings and pump room. But there we go. New competition. If you've made it this far, once again, thank you very, very much for sticking with a slightly longer video. Get your competition entries in. All it needs, build, day, and a number. Good luck. See what happens tomorrow.